It's like Telegram is choosing which phone. Telegram prefers big phone to small phone. Doesn't want you to use small phone to go live. Okay, so you talked about um the blouse and then the dart. So the blouse, we had said that okay, we wanted a crop top, but I also explained how you can extend the if you don't want a crop top. I think it's also the same way you notice some people submitted their assignment, their project, I mean, and you see that their trouser is not a free trouser, it's fitted and all of that. And that's because I said something during project or maybe during one of the Sunday sessions that beyond what you are being taught, there's a reason why in our primary school or secondary school they will teach us 1 plus 1 and give us assignment of 1 times 1. There is a reason, because they want us to go and make a research. Madam Adeyemi, we can hear you. There is a reason why they give us that. And because when you make that research, it helps you to be able to think, it helps you to be able to understand, it helps you to be able to see things differently from the way you see them, and it helps you understand what you were taught in class. So when you realize that you have such a challenge where, oh, maybe the dart is not coming out like diamond shape, I'd given 2 types of darts that you can use, either the diamond shape or it's pointed at the top and it goes straight down. Okay, and it goes straight down on at the bottom, so that you are not having to close it down, and you're not trying to pencil it out at the bottom as well. So you can go online. Trust me, the sewing, everything that we have learned online is not all there is. In fact, so many things that I wanted to teach, but I just like, oh, these videos are going to be too long. That's why we had to like just cut. Probably if you come for a physical class, we have paid classes that you can do with us. It's more hands-on. You can get to see, make corrections on the spot. But this is what I'm saying, that of course even from your project, I saw a lot of people's projects that I could point, oh, this was supposed to be adjusted, which we'll get into that in a bit. But it's important for you to be able, for example, for some people whose project I was seeing, I mean, now I'm already going into corrections, but for some people whose projects I saw that their blouse was free on them, I expected you to wear that and do fittings, do adjustments. Don't say, oh, because she wore it on the dress form, she's not doing any adjustment. Even I was telling you that this waist though on this dress form, it still needs to be adjusted. So the reason why you are having someone to wear it or you're wearing it yourself is that you see it when you make a cloth for a customer and the hip is coming out somehow. You won't leave it like that. You are a designer. You will find a way to adjust to fit it to fit the client. So you have to look at what you have made, adjust it to. I could see some people who came out very fitted, but some people they had that adjustment. Even for some people, they had that. You could see that as you wore it, you first thing you must learn. I usually would tell my students is first train your eyes to know the truth and to know the right thing. Because if you don't know the right thing, you won't even know you are wrong in the first place. So, but when you have trained your eye to see that this is not how the dart is supposed to be, this is not how the sides are supposed to be, that is step 1 already. So step 2 will now be how you can adjust it. And when it comes to leaving the group open, the Telegram group is opened. Everybody, we have, for your batch, we had 2 WhatsApp group, but on Telegram contains everybody. So the Telegram group is opened. Sometimes I come on Telegram, I see some people have asked questions and that person has answered them. Even though for that, it also had its own disadvantage, because there were times when we will see a particular response that does not tally with what we are doing, and the person, out of trying to help, is passing a wrong information. And then we have to come and say, no, that's not what we're expecting you to do. So I understand from a case of, okay, maybe somebody got 20/20, you want to learn how the person did it, that is fine, that one is good. You can ask. When we're in school too, you ask somebody that this person that got all the score. There must be something the person did that he didn't do right. So you should even ask the person. You should ask the person, like, oh, what else did you do? What did you adjust? And sometimes I would also recommend that you go back to even watch the video again, because when you start seeing what they are correcting for other people, you can go back to watch the video and say, oh, miss. Okay, if you watch it once, you didn't get everything. Even now that you are done with the whole course, I will still recommend that you go back from day one. Even if you can go back from orientation video, from day one, take time. Now you are not under any pressure. You're not like, oh, they are going to take down the course or they are going to do this and that. Watch, calm down, give yourself maybe like 1 hour every day. And I don't think the courses are even up to, the videos for each day up to 1 hour. Just take that. If you're going to pause it, it's like when people finish from fashion school, they just go and sleep. You don't realize that that's the time when the work starts, because during fashion school you had deadlines for assignments and all of that. So for some, it's either you couldn't meet the assignment date, or you just have to, you didn't even understand it very well, you just have to do it just so that you can submit. But now you should not tell yourself, I'm now in my own school and I need to go over it. Okay, and if you are someone who feels like, okay, I don't really do well learning on my own, then apply for courses. We have short courses. Okay, we have short physical courses that you can come to our place to come and do. Maybe I'll tell you about that towards the end, but we have short physical courses, and for your set, we can also run a discount for you guys, so that you know, we already know that you have gone through the online course, then we can run a discount for you to see you through. So we're taking up from where we started. We already know that, oh, this is what this person can do. We are taking up from where you started. Okay, so for that, the Telegram group was opened. WhatsApp was not opened, and that is because this simple blouse, I saw some people do go extra mile with the embellishment that they used, while I also saw some people like, well, it's just a plain, it's just an online course, or it's just this, or it's just that. I said it then. They didn't just say, let me just do what I can do. Somebody sat down. That's what makes you different from a joiner, a sewing machine operator. A sewing machine operator, they call them SMO. What they do, okay, I think YouTube is back. YouTube is back. So anybody that wants to join YouTube, you can be on YouTube. What sewing machine operators do is they are meant to sit on the machine and operate the machines. So if you need them to sew by half inch, you just tell them they sew by half inch. They are not concerned about the way the design looks. They are not concerned about the cutting or anything. While for a tailor will also help you couple everything together. But if you claim to be a designer, you must understand that most of your work as a designer requires you training your eyes and being able to think. Requires you training your eyes and being able to think. So if you cannot do those two and all you know how to do is to cut and to sew, you are still a tailor. Okay? But the reason why you also need to understand the concept of sewing is that after you are able to conceptualize or think about the way the design will be, you also know that is this sewable? Can it be sewn? Can it be sewn? Okay, you can tell that yes, this can be sewn, because you know that when you sit on, when I was holding the pleats now to the underbust, I knew that yes, it can. And you can tell maybe if the weight of that fabric is heavy, it can drag down the fabric and spoil the fabric. But I saw that the weight was not too much. So all of this, you see, I don't know what I can say, because all of these things go beyond. I mean, these are one of the reasons why there's this particular course that we do. It's a physical course. It's 2 weeks, upgraded pattern making course. I don't know if any of you have done it. Upgraded pattern making course, and we majorly will teach you from pattern. People who expect to be there, people who already know how to cut and sew. So you don't know how to cut, and you don't need to know how to cut and sew big things, but you just need to know how to press the machine, because we won't be teaching you how to press machine. We just need to know how to press machine, how to hold the scissors, and that is it. But what we do is we treat it from pattern. And even if you already know how to do pattern, that's why it's called upgraded pattern making. Because From some of the things, some of the tops that you guys made, I could see some areas where if we're using pattern, you can readjust your pattern even in its basic form. Now in that readjustment, it helps you begin to think like, okay, so if the neck is high like this, or the shoulder is not relaxing, this is how I can correct it on the pattern. I use Natalie Bray, but trust me, if you come and learn from us, you realize that we have adjusted plenty things. Some people will tell you, oh, Natalie Bray cannot work for plus size people. Natalie Bray cannot do this and that. It is because you want to use it in its basic form. If I want tea, if I want to make tea, I wouldn't hold water and say I'm waiting for it to become tea. I have to process it, right? I have to process the water to become tea by maybe getting milk, getting Milo. Water is still going to be my basic ingredient. I have to process it. And that's one thing that you see even with designers that you admire. They don't leave things in their raw state. They sit down and think, how can I adjust this? How can I adjust this? So I'm seeing from the project that some people just cut and you just sew. You're supposed to look at it, see, oh, I think that my armhole is supposed to come down. What can I put there? I think that my dart is not, the cross is not fitting even with that. Do I need to increase the dart more? For some people, I saw that your dart needed to go in more, probably because of your body size. Or do you need to adjust the side more? And then for the trouser, I mean, a lot of people did well with the trouser. I don't know, maybe the trouser was just very easy for you guys to make. But a lot of people did well with the trouser. I think the only thing I just saw with it was some people got the crotch measurement. It was a bit longer. When you're making your trouser, it shouldn't be like a man's trouser. You know, men they need room on the crotch area. But for a woman, you don't need so much room. You need room, but you don't need so much room. So if it's, I don't know what they call it now, if it's too long, it means that your crotch measurement is wrong. Okay, it means that that's your to crotch, that crotch length measurement. It means that it is too long. So you need to reduce it. It should sit well on you. It should sit great on you. Considering that even the one that we thought you was like one of the simplest ones, you're just using elastic, so it should look great on you. But above that, I think talking about the choice of fabric as well. So I also saw that some people just use plain fabric. Play with colors. Don't be too reserved. Let your design. I saw some people use purple and one color. There was a lady I saw, I think I even just saw her design today. Use purple and she didn't tag us. That's why I didn't see your design. For everybody that tagged, did use the collaboration on the school page. I saw it, so I approved it. I did not see it though. Papa, see now she's being proud. She's coming to show us that she's the owner of the design. Don't be proud. Calm down, calm down, calm down. But you see that color combination. I'm not where I can. There's one particular thing I want to show you guys. I'm not sure it's here. It's called a color wheel. We used to sell it one time, but we don't sell it again. It's called a color wheel. I think you can even get it online. Just go on Pinterest and just type color wheel. It helps you mix colors together. It helps you see what color can go with what color. You need to go out, check nature. You know how what's it called now? Your pepper, bell pepper. Let's not even use bell pepper. Red pepper. Well, most people here are women. Red pepper, tatashe, that we call tatashe. The colors that you see there are what colors? What color? Let me ask you guys. What colors would you see on tatashe, on red pepper? You two people, you can respond. What color would you see on red pepper? Huh? Red and green. Now that color is a color that you can mix together. just by looking at different things on nature, even fruits that have colors together, hibiscus flower, there's this other flower that has yellow and brown. I can't remember the flower now. It has yellow and brown. It tells you the two colors that can blend together. We need to understand beyond design. No, I don't know if I should beg you guys to register for the pattern making course, because it goes beyond pattern making. It's a physical course, so we do pattern making, we do sewing, we do design interpretation, we do a lot of things. Basically, I've always said, even from the online sewing course, you saw that most of the things on the flyer was we had way more than that. We didn't put a lot of things on the flyer just so that the flyer is not too worded. But if you can, it's an investment in your skill, it's an investment in your career. If you can apply for these trainings, it's a physical class and it's just 2 weeks. However you think you are, as long as you can cut, you can sew, that's all we need you to have. We don't need you to be a pro. If you're a pro, then there's no reason why you register for the course. That's all we need you to have. And then you realize that beyond, you can check other students, their reviews, it's on our Instagram page. You realize that beyond what you already know, you realize that there's so much more that still needs to be learned. And you will also do a project. Trust me, you do a project that will look like a dinner dress. Even if you have not done dinner dress before, you will do projects that will be like dinner dress. You self, by the time you are going, you know that yes, I did something. My brain has been wired to think differently. I personally believe that being a good designer, it starts from the way you see things. So you are saying, I just want to go neutral, or I just want to be plain. It's good, but it doesn't make your work stand out. The reason why the reason why we admire them is because they do a lot of things that stand out. You are seeing them, they are tying gilly that is big. They are making one structure that is big. They are doing things that will make their work stand out. Okay, so even with your embellishments, you can make a simple plain gown, but it's the embellishment that is elevating it. This person's wedding dress, what's her name? Temi Otedola's daughter, yes, that just got married. If you follow through, you see that for one of our wedding dress, it was just a plain design that you'd be like, nothing serious that they did on this thing. But guess what? They worked with the choice of fabric. In our design interpretation class, we do all of that, talk about choice of fabric, shape of the dress, the kind of closures you use, all of these things that make your design come out well. Not be to go buy fabric for market alone and cut design and sew. There are a lot of thinking that goes into it. So what kind of fabric am I using? What design? The person that is wearing it, what do I think will look good on her? I must even commend all of you in terms of the presentation. You packed your hair well. You see, you don't have to do so much. But the intentionality that I did not just leave my hair like that. I packed it. Some people just packed at the back and not. A lot of people I saw that you, with your hair, maybe because I mentioned it, with your hair, you did well. You did well. And then some people also paid attention to the background. That is another thing. Background that you're using to present is important. It's very important. Okay, but basically you guys did well. I just would encourage us to ensure that we are intentional. It's a word that I use. When you're intentional with your design, the hand is going to come like this.